Can you guys just try to behave a little bit?
Oh my god! Did you throw fireworks behind a bar? How is this happening? What's up guys, it's your boy Alan again, back with another video, and today we're gonna watch another episode of Bar Rescue. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's go check this out.
Claimed housing prices ranging from $600,000 to over $1.5 million.
There it is, Rhythm Brews. We're at that place. Can you believe it? There were 15 motorcycles parked by the front door.
So I ride motorcycles myself, but especially with a wealthy neighborhood like this is not a good look. Like, you always want to appeal to the locals first. That's the primary clientele that you should have. And especially when this motorcycle crowd, I'm sure a lot of these wealthy locals would be afraid to go here.
I like to think I can get along with a lot of different crowds. I even not so sure I'm gonna be real comfortable in that bar unless I'm walking in with a group of guys.
It also alienates the community too. I'm sure the community looks at this place like, great, get rid of this place.
Yeah, you don't want to make enemies with the city. I'm sure you get noise complaints from the motorcycles. You know, not good.
Median age is 42 years old, whereas the median age of America is only 37. And then you look at the people that live in this market, and you look at that bar, complete disconnect. None of it comes together.
Yeah, the fact that you could just look at it, it doesn't match the demographics on paper. Are these bar owners trying to attract this crowd? This is gonna alienate them from the rest of the neighborhood.
For recon tonight, you know who I got? His wife.
I don't know. When I agreed to that, I wasn't watching this, pal. Call your wife.
I've sent my wife into work.
Oh, I know you have.
I know, I've seen that before too. Like, he's even sent his own daughter into some pretty bad bars, and he definitely regret that.
Logic was, we have to send somebody in who represents the market, not the bar.
It's who should be in this bar.
Do you have a drink list? We do not.
There's Jolene.
How do you have a bar that doesn't have a drink list? I've talked about this before, but a drink list doesn't necessarily have to be cocktails. I'm sure this is primarily a dive bar, so you don't need any fancy cocktails. But at least put a list of beers or whiskeys or something. It just makes it a lot faster rather than going through and asking, what do you have? Oh, do you have this kind of cider? Do you have this Budweiser? What do you have? Like, just create a list for them to look at so that you don't have to go over and recite the whole menu to them every time a new customer comes in.
She's a bartender.
What kind of wine do you have? I have no wine.
No wine. No wine.
No
drink.
I know this is supposed to be a dive bar, but this is a wealthy neighborhood. Like, don't you want their money? Like, I love going to dive bars, but even the dive bars I go to have some kind of wine selection, because sometimes you go with a group of people, the majority of these group of friends might order shots and beers, but you might have that one individual who's new to the area, you know, generally doesn't like going to dive bars, but at least have something for that guest. Otherwise, they're just, what we're gonna have? They're just have them order water. Remember, people go to the bar, they're trying to spend money. Like, let them buy something that they can drink. Like, it doesn't have to be a fancy wine, just something basic. Like, for whites, you could have a Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. Those are really popular. And for red, you could have, you know, Pinot Noir or Merlot or Cabernet Sauv. Just some kind of common red or white wine that would satisfy, you know, a wine drinker visiting a dive bar.
I can make margaritas right now. You want a Cosmo?
Margarita is perfect.
Now, margarita is the most popular drink in America.
Right.
If a bartender can make any.
Not only is it the most popular cocktail in America, it's actually the most popular cocktail for the majority of the countries in the world.
First of all, you never shake it with the glass up. The glass can go flying and hurt somebody. We're gonna push it up against her body. She doesn't know how to separate it.
You've got to be kidding me. She's straining with the pint glass. You should never strain with a tumbler, because guess what? That tumbler touches the dirty bar. So you basically contaminated the drink.
And the sourness. Look, there it is. It's two brothers that own this bar. They've owned it for 11 years. There's...
Oh my God. Two brothers. We've seen this so many times. Like, you should not be opening a bar with family members that are not qualified. Always sounds like a good idea on paper when you have things that are family owned. Come on, we all seen how siblings argue. And even as adults, sometimes it's even worse. Like, there's nothing worse than seeing family members argue in a business that they run.
Steve. You can tell who Steve is. He's wearing a black shirt. There's his brother, Eric. Who's in a blue shirt.
Put it out.
Whoa, this is the second one that has twins as bar managers.
They do well for a few years. Now they're losing thousands of dollars a month. They're in debt $700,000, and it gets worse.
Can I help you to your table?
Yeah, you can just give me this.
They're letting
Wait, did a customer just walk behind a bar and pour themselves a beer? What is going on? This is a huge liability.
They're doing nothing about saving themselves. There's Stu, a third brother.
Oh my god, 3 brothers! Why are they doing this? At this time, this show has been on the air for several years. This is the 4th season. Like, have they learned nothing from watching this?
Oh, wrong part. A lot of things in my mind, sorry.
Look at this. There's a customer who just walked into the kitchen.
What is going on? Hold up here. You just had a customer walk behind the bar, and now you have another customer walking into the kitchen, and he's talking to them. He doesn't seem like he's lost.
Ravioli. Ravioli, yeah.
Look how comfortable he was walking in. You know he's walked through those doors.
Of course he has.
Not the first time.
Oh, wait, I had ravioli. Where's the ravioli?
He's in the kitchen? A customer's in the kitchen right now. So they're letting customers walk behind the bar to pour themselves their own beer, and now you have a customer inside the kitchen. Are you kidding me?
This guy is a doormat. He's being walked all over.
These guys are the biggest wimps in the world. Look at that huge do not enter sign.
Do
What
not
a joke.
enter.
Oh my god. These regulars, they're like running this place. Why? I've never seen anyone comfortably walk into the kitchen like that on purpose. Like they own the place or something. Like, why are they letting customers into the kitchen?
Well, they got a pizza oven. Yeah, you know how many bars try to cook pizza without a pizza oven? That's an asset in the bar business.
It's a beautiful piece of equipment.
That's Pablo.
Putting the sauce
cheese?
over the cheese.
Oh! Who does this? Why is he putting sauce on top of the cheese? This is like mostly cheese and drizzle sauce on top. There are little children who know how to put sauce and cheese on pizza.
What the hell is that?
There's icicles.
Is that insulation? What is that?
Oh. Dude, the insulation is broken. There's no insulation. So what's going on is the insulation like fall on top of the food? That's insane. Oh my god. For all we know, that freezer is not even cold.
My God. Where do you think all that insulation is in the food? And that's not wrapped up.
So the food isn't even wrapped up, so the insulation probably fell on top of that. That stuff is toxic sometimes. It's not meant to be consumed.
It's incredibly dangerous. Fiberglass should be nowhere near food. Look at this frickin' guy.
Unbelievable.
So you have another customer just walked into the kitchen. Is this like a thing that like they have a sign that says employees only. Like, why are there so many customers just casually walking into the kitchen?
He's grabbing his own chicken fingers or mozzarella sticks, whatever it is, and
Don't tell me this customer is gonna make his own food. I've never seen anything like this. You have customers pouring their own beer, and now you have customers cooking their own food?
throwing it in the fryer.
Hold on. Let me finish my order first, please.
He has his bare hands touching that food. He just went through the mozzarella sticks that was inside the freezer. Like, who knows where his hands has been?
Guy.
What happens if they burn themselves? They get sued for a couple million.
Come on, seriously. He's working. What are you making? Why don't you let him make it?
Dude, what is going on here? He literally told him to leave and the customer won't leave. Like, does this happen often?
They don't care.
It's a free-for-all.
New York burgers. Don't get them nowhere else.
They're also handling raw meat, making their own burgers. So, do they, like, get this food for free? Like, what's going on here?
No more meat.
All the customers took all the beef.
Yeah.
The other people ate everything, so it's no more. That's it. No more hamburgers.
Oh my god! They have no more meat because the customers used it all to make their own burgers. At this point, why do people even pay for the burgers if they just go in there and just make it themselves?
Not just today. This is all the time.
You have customers drinking in the kitchen. So you have drunk people who probably have no food safety certification handling and cooking food right next to the fryer, the hot fryer oil, and you have a grill. Do you know how much of a liability this is? Like, what if some of these drunk customers like go in the kitchen and hurts himself?
And when I try to say something, they don't like it. They think I'm the stupid.
You know what? It's
Ooh, what kind of customers are these? That they just casually like talk against the people working in the kitchen and the managers don't even do anything about it.
unbelievable to me that these people walking in and out of this kitchen and cooking this food. If they can walk in the kitchen, why can't you? So he just walked right in. Look at it. Nobody says a word.
So I understand that maybe these employees are afraid of these bikers, but he's just a guy in a dress shirt, just walked in and nobody is saying anything about it.
What's your name?
Pablo.
Pablo?
Yes.
Let's make a pizza, Pablo.
Oh my God! What's going on here? Why are the employees letting people just walk in here and just run the place? How is this place still open? Like, there's so many violations. I've never seen anything like this.
Cheese goes on top of the sauce.
At least he made it the correct way.
Give me alone, let me work, let me do my job, please.
Amazing. Never seen anything like it.
Okay, muchas gracias, all right? I'll see you later.
Now, the only thing...
He just let him take that piece of... Like, why do people even buy food here if they just cook it themselves and nobody's saying anything about it?
Oh, I was born and raised in Brooklyn.
We'll take a little pizza. See you later.
Just walked right out with a pizza. No one said a word.
Took the pan,
He
too.
took the plate with him. What is going on here? This is why you don't open a bar with no experience. You can't let this... You can't let people get away with this. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Like, where it's so easy to just walk over the managers and there's no consequences. And that not just one or two people doing it, everyone's doing this.
Hey, did you guys order a pizza? I made you a beautiful pizza.
This is Bar Rescue first. This is the first...
Oh my God. I have nothing to say. Like, I can't believe it took them this long to ask for help. Like, how did this place even survive for this long to begin with?
You know how many bars would kill for that oven?
Yeah, I would.
So, we have never had owners get walked on like this.
Clientele's killing the business and they're disrespectful.
Every...
I don't understand. Like, why do you want these customers? Why aren't you calling the police? You just had a guy just walk out with a pitcher of beer. They're not paying, so why do you want them there? Like, I don't, like, and we talked about this earlier. This is a wealthy neighborhood, and these bikers are probably scaring the neighborhood as well. Like, why aren't you calling the cops on them? Like, they're stealing from you.
Can you guys just try to behave a little bit?
Oh my God! These are fireworks behind a bar? How is this happening? So not only are they stealing from you, they're also endangering everyone's lives here. I've never seen anything like that.
Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Stupidness, that's stupidness.
Look at how calm he is. Like, this, it's not the first time this has happened. How are you not calling cops at this point?
Yes, how are you?
How are you? What's your name?
Steve.
Where are your two partners?
Two
brothers. Go stand over there.
I don't want to lose this business. I don't want to let my brothers down and my staff. I don't want to let anybody down.
Here, guys, I'm in New York.
Dude, it's not even about letting people down. This is not a safe place to work at. What's the point of even keeping this place open if you're not even charging anyone for anything? They're just taking all your food and taking all your alcohol. And you're also putting everyone in danger.
These are your customers. They're disrespectful, and you let it happen.
Why don't you just bend over and let them do what they want to do, because that's what they're doing to you. They're you.
There's literally no better analogy than that. He said it. Yeah, you can't... If you want to run a bar, you gotta be tough. How did they let this place get this bad? Honestly, how hard is it to call the cops?
Do you think any bar owner would allow that to happen?
No.
How much you losing every month?
8,000, maybe more.
How much time do you...
8,000? Like, what was the plan this whole time? You're giving away free food and alcohol. Like, how do you... how did you expect to earn any money? Like, 8,000? They're probably underestimating it, to be honest. Because I don't think they're tracking the amount of product that they're losing, since nothing is being entered into the computer for those things. You know, the stolen food and the stolen drinks.
Sleep.
You don't sleep? Do you have any money?
No, how you doing?
So, how has this impacted your personal life?
I lost my car. My house is in foreclosure twice.
Foreclosed twice? What was the end goal here? Did they just buy a bar without putting much thought? Like, you don't do this. You don't need any experience to know that people aren't supposed to be going behind the kitchen, going behind the bar and taking whatever they want. Why did these three brothers want to get into this business anyways, if they're just gonna let this stuff happen?
How are you doing personally?
Well, because this business got so bad, I went and I got something on the side. I do telecommunications, so I'm surviving.
Oh my God. When you have an owner who has to take up another job to keep this place alive, you need to rethink why you even have this bar. Should you even continue being in the bar business?
So you have a job?
Yeah.
How much money you have in this?
Together, all of us, almost 700.
$700,000.
So what the hell are you gonna do?
How did they let it get this bad? Like, at one point where you say, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't let our customers throw fireworks at our employees. Like, where do you draw the line?
I want you to close this bar, and I want this room empty in 5 minutes. Let's see if you have the balls to do it.
Guys, we got to get out of here. Honestly, you guys got to go.
Your customers laugh at you. They don't even listen.
This is insane. Nobody respects them. Like, why do they cater to these people? They're not just disrespecting the owners, they're disrespecting everyone, including employees, the establishment. Like, why are you letting them in?
You guys got to go. You guys got to go. All right.
2.5 minutes.
Come on, guys. Everybody's got to go.
Look at this joke.
This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Nobody has any respect for these bar owners.
You're a class act, buddy. Class act. Look what they're doing to your neighbors. This is their territory, not yours. Do you understand that?
I'm pretty sure, like, I'm surprised the neighbors didn't try to get this place shut down. Like, not only are they stealing from them, they're also probably, like, noise complaints, they're terrorizing. I mean, it's not just the bar owners that are getting affected. I'm sure the neighbors don't like these bikers here neither. So not only are you losing money, but you also made enemies with your neighbors.
Like a dog pissing on your bar, marking his territory.
I can't rescue this bar if you guys don't change.
No matter what I do for you, you're gonna fail. Because they're gonna walk on you.
I know you have 3 pushovers. You don't even have one tough guy. You couldn't even hire security. You'd rather just lose money this whole time, put your employees in danger. If you can't build the toughness to kick these people out, you could at least hire somebody who can. Or like we said before, just call the cops. You're paying taxes that pay for their salaries. And I'm sure the rest of the neighborhood will have no problem with the police kicking these guys out neither.
Pablo, never been trained.
Made a pizza yesterday, and you put the cheese, then the sauce.
He's never been trained. Has he even seen a pizza?
I will prove it to you. I need this more than life, okay? This is my life, so I promise you.
How long have you been homeless?
Like 2 years.
2 years.
He's homeless for 2 years. This is unacceptable. Like, how did this happen? He let this bar go out of control. It drove him into become homeless. At this point, it's like, maybe you should reconsider a different career path.
You and I have seen a lot of horrible things that are so horrible, they're almost humorous.
And the good thing is we know that it's 30% insulated.
30.
Versus uninsulated.
I mean,
look at this.
Yeah, now that this is a better view of what's going on, because there's a lack of insulation, condensation is going in and freezing on the sides. Look how thick that is. So when you have like a layer of ice forming like that, it actually prevents the freezer from working because ice is a very good insulator. So it's freezing from the outside towards inside. So if you have a layer of ice, it's actually preventing the freezer from doing its job into chilling the air that's on the inside.
Do you know how many customers' hands have been in this? So I got an open bag of carrots. Here we got an open bag of more carrots. I'm just gonna keep on going.
Jeez. You have all these customers just randomly open the bags, and now you have all this crap that you have to throw away. I honestly don't know how this place can be rescued. Because even if the bar rescue crew replaces all the equipment and stuff, like, how do we know that the owners are not gonna continually let the customers walk over them like this?
Look at this. 73% of the homes are over 600,000. Almost 20% of the homes are over a million.
We get the people in these houses to come to this place, and we're in business.
I mean, look at this neighborhood. These are wealthy people that you're refusing service because you let these bikers terrorize that part of town.
And we need a great wines by the glass program.
Yeah, teach them how to taste wine, how to evaluate wine. You start with the basics and you start to learn what you taste, and you get excited, you want to learn more.
What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I actually agree with this. I don't think they've ever done a wine approach in Bar Rescue so far yet, but this is definitely the neighborhood for that kind of concept.
Does anybody know what tannin is? Have you ever eaten the skin of a grape versus the inside? They're really sour and bitter. That's called tannin. And the reason why it's called tannin is it's actually tanning, right? Or drying out your tongue.
So tannins aren't just in grapes, they're also in whiskey, because the whiskey draws tannins out of the barrels and has a very similar effect in creating this drying mouthfeel. So yeah, tannins isn't just important for wine, but it's also very important in anything that goes into a barrel.
Kettle One cranberry.
Hey, how you doing?
Wine listable or anything?
Absolutely, right here. I need glasses.
Steve.
You're trying to shift into a wine-based program and you don't have glasses ready?
What'd your bartender just say?
Glasses.
Glasses. What are we doing?
I have to get
You gotta let her know. Hey, I heard you. I get you up.
Oh my god. What is he doing? Like, if the bartenders can't make the drinks, then you're not gonna make the money.
Glasses, give me a second.
Get your glasses, honey.
So let me ask you a question. What's a TSF?
Tomato shrimp. The shrimp one. Tomato shrimp fettuccine.
Bang them out.
Oh my god. You're just making up abbreviations for your food. You didn't let anyone know. How's the kitchen gonna know what food to make if they don't even know what you wrote down?
Where's it going?
I'm gonna look up right now and find out.
Where is Steven?
You're gonna run the food without even looking at the ticket to see where it's gonna go?
VAN, what's VAN?
What?
Do you take this order?
No, I took an order for a Max.
All right, but that's not...
Max is over here. Stare at Max, Max.
Okay, I already see the problem. They're using names. If you have a food runner who's, the back of the house, who's gonna take the food out, and you have a bartender who's taking the food order by the person's name, how is that communicated to the food runner? Every time the food runner comes out, they're gonna have to ask the bartender or server, who the heck is Pat? Who the heck is Mac? Who's Nick? Like, at this point, this is gonna create more confusion. They should just go with table numbers or a general area so you at least know where to go, rather than like talking to the bartenders and servers, asking who the heck this person is, this person that. By doing so, you also gotta bother the bartenders while they're making their drinks.
Who's Sherilyn? Who's Sherilyn?
Beep, beep.
Who's Joe? Who's Joe?
I don't know.
All right.
This can't be happening. This is how they've been doing it for years. This is how they've been running food this whole time.
And we got Stewie walking around with the same order again. I don't think I've ever seen a more disorganized bar. There is zero leadership. There is zero communication.
It's not even the communication. It's the system itself is flawed from the beginning. I've seen people like take orders by name, but then the customer will actually have to go to you have someone call out, hey, I have a hamburger for Pat, I have a thing for Pat. But I've never seen anyone like run food and auctioning out, calling for someone's name. Like, you don't even know where to go. The food's gonna get cold. You might have people who have the same name. This is a disaster. Like, just watching this in action is giving me a headache.
Can somebody help me, please?
Steve, I need rock glasses. The rock glasses out.
So we're out of
I need
glassware.
rock
Where's
glasses
Steve?
still. I'm just waiting for rock glasses.
So you didn't have glassware to start off with, and now you're out of glassware again. Like, did they do any preparation besides the, quick wine class?
I haven't even heard Steve come back here once and ask if they need anything.
Where is he?
I don't know.
These are the same guys that was here the other day. Geez, this is a freaking disaster. This stress test. It started off with a bad start, and now you have more trouble coming in.
Dave, Stewart, come here. Are we making people happy now?
I don't think we are.
We're making more enemies by the minute, aren't we?
Yeah.
Shut it the down. Okay, let's get this room cleared. Let's get...
Jeez. It's like that bad. It's so bad that Jon Taffer shut it down before any customers had even a chance to complain, because he saw the potential that this place was gonna make more enemies than it did before. There's no system. There's no communication. How did this place survive this long? I've never seen anything like this. Like, you have three brothers who open a bar together. Like, you could look up a lot of standard procedures online on how to run food, how to communicate to the kitchen. I can't believe this place has been open for years.
What was the one thing I asked you to do tonight that was more important to me than anything else?
You wanted me to get the guys out.
No, I want him not to commit in the first place. Did you?
Yeah, that was really too late. And now you have customers see you argue with these bikers, and they're going to be like, wait, is this a normal thing? Do these bikers normally come here? And are we going to have to see them get kicked out? It's not a good look. You got to be proactive, not reactive.
You run the kitchen tonight?
You saw me working.
I saw you running around. Where were you?
Working the bar.
Did you see him back there?
No. They were shouting for you constantly.
Yeah, they were looking for him. They needed someone to get more glasses. This is like really painful to watch. Nobody knows what to do here. Even if you didn't know what you were doing, if you had a bar for several years, like, I would expect that you would learn something on how it works. At least come up with a system. But there's no system here.
We bust the table?
It's not as bad as you think, but a lot of them are full. People just left in one shot.
Is that full?
No.
That full.
All right.
If there's one thing that I tell people that they need to do, we all have bad nights, and I've seen people like get stifled and they forget what to do. If there's one thing that you should do, that anyone can do, is to bus. Empty glasses, empty plates, all right? Just bus. At least once you start bussing, you could start to clear your head. You shouldn't be like overwhelmed with that you can't even bus glasses. Everybody, it doesn't matter if you're a manager, bartender, everyone has to bus. Even if you're walking back to the kitchen to grab more food to run, you see an empty plate, just grab it, put it in the dishwasher. Bussing, there's no excuse to not do it.
Fact of the matter is, you guys failed because you don't have the confidence to run this place, so you don't even try. Right? I don't want to walk out of here.
Then no.
I won't attach myself.
That is crazy. He already talked about walking out of here several times because these bar owners, they're not showing any effort. It's kind of like they're just allowing things to happen. They're just not doing anything. Even though one of the owners is homeless, it's like he doesn't even have the confidence to take action. Like, they've just given up already. That, like I said, they can remodel this whole place, put in new glasses, put in new equipment. But you have three owners who they just given up. Is this even for them? Even if you have everything up and running, are they going to somehow magically develop the confidence to carry out the systems that the bar rescue team are going to implement?
This is where I sleep a lot of nights, because I have no place to go. We have to make this work, because, I mean,
Did you know about this, Joe?
Oh, man, I feel really bad for these guys. Like, it's gotten this bad. The only way you can get out of this hole is you put the effort in it, but all three of them, they just lost any passion or any confidence. Like, the bar rescue crew was only here for less than a week. Yeah, I actually don't know what to say, like, at this point. I've never seen any bar rescue where the bars have gotten this bad.
Back here, we were putting in a 14-bottle, beautiful wine dispensing system with a glass front.
Oh, man, nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen those before. They're pretty baller. So what they do is they work very similar to a draft system, but instead of a keg, you use a bottle of the wine. It injects an inert gas. Either it's going to be nitrogen or argon gas. And by doing so, it prevents oxygen from going into the bottle and oxidizing the wine and turning it bad. Because traditionally, when you open a bottle of wine, oxygen goes immediately into that bottle of wine, and it starts to go bad over time, and it needs to be consumed within about 2 days for red wines at room temperature. So by using this system and then using inert gas to displace the wine, you can preserve the wine for a long time. It's generally used for more expensive wines that, usually you want to be able to dispense over a long period of time without going bad.
You guys ready to see your bar?
Oh, yeah.
Holy
That's awesome. Oh, my God.
Dude, that looks so different. It looks way higher end. I think the previous design wasn't that bad, but it just didn't fit the neighborhood.
All right, go ahead. Let's see it.
Holy crap.
Oh my God!
When you see that wine system in action, it's like, it just looks so classy because there's not a lot of places that have that. Especially, I think they said they had 14 bottles. I mean, that's a huge system. Hey, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out these other videos as well. And please leave it on the comment section on what videos I should react to next. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.